if you look at some of the recent polls out there, whether it be from the the Gartners or the ESGs of the world, it's pretty consistent that the top 5 IT governance is in there. But also we have to remember what IT governance means. It also does mean process has to change, and companies are looking to take their emails or their data and move it to a different tier. Okay, and there's a lot of inherent products within EMC storage arrays that will move data from one tier to another, but we're saying move it to a completely different tier, tag it, and you might be able to enable that into the cloud. And if a customer buys into the entire foundation of unification and IT governance, they want to listen to Source One, because it's not just a software play, it's a business play. A lot of companies have products that can, move emails and give you stub files. Well, that is a core component of Source One, but we have to understand there's a whole suite of products. Some of the futures in Source One that are coming down the pike, the SharePoint movement in management is something that we're now having those conversations with, letting people know that this is the roadmap or this is the vision that Source One has, not only to do email management as well as e-discovery, but it's to move all the other stuff in your environment as well, SharePoint included. And I believe with the Source One email management and the whole e-discovery, but really the IT governance conversation, that's where Cassion's helping us out quite a bit. So Cassion is a game changer there. Quite honestly, right now we're enabling the IT folks to go back to the business people about IT governance and basically provide them with a strong ROI. I mean, these are real cost savings, but it's also streamlining process, and with the collector piece, it's giving legal the opportunity to do their own search and e-discovery. So we're enabling IT to have the IT governance conversation by putting in their fingertips and in their domain that we can provide the service to our organization as well as being compliant. And at the same time, the IT folks are seeing a performance increase just by implementing this. That's a fact, and we've measured that with every one of our customers. How does this compare with KBS? And I said, well, moving emails is moving emails. I said, but we're missing the point here. So I went into the entire Source One Discovery Manager and Collector. And having the Collector piece, the Cassion piece, is something that Symantec didn't have. And I was able to push the IT governance conversation a lot deeper and a lot further, and made a completely different case than Symantec can today. So quite honestly, we won outright on the whole Source One suite. Another area where Source One has allowed us to go into IBM shops, if you will, and talk about email management for Domino. That's another key point that we have to remember, and this is not just for Exchange. The assessment piece for ICI is key. We have a methodology that we're patenting called gCubed. It means now, next, nirvana, and it's a way for us to assess now, provide next steps for an organization, and then to move them into a state of nirvana. There's no such thing as nirvana, but we're trying to get them near that goal, and we can't do that without the assessments. So the CMA team has allowed us to be able to go into those organizations and really work with them on ILM. And that really goes right back to assessing their current infrastructure, and it's all about process. Process, people, and then product. We've got quite an innovation lab. We have everything that is EMC, and I believe it's one of the best ones in the Northeast, according to the folks that have visited it. And to be able to do demos around Source One and to show them what we do in production has been invaluable. So ICI is a customer of Source One. As I said, we were an early adopter. We were part of the Source One beta development program for 9 months. We implemented Source One And we have a policy right now that after 5 days, everything goes into an archive, and we do stubbing. And we have Outlook Web Access users, we have mobile users, as I mentioned, and some in-house, obviously, Outlook users as well. And we saw our performance go through the roof because of this. This is all being archived to a Centera, so now we're compliant with Massachusetts law and we have that replicated. So from a performance perspective, I think we could write best practices on Exchange 2007 virtualization and Source One email management. As a Source One customer, the benefits for us are easily measured. The benefits, number one, were based on Exchange performance. Number two, it was clearly around IT governance. Number three, it was around our Exchange users were seeing a lot of time, getting to the Outlook. It could take up to 15 minutes and calendaring and all of that. So that's part of performance, but it's also part of best practices and streamlining. The fourth benefit we saw is pure, the data store has gone down. We were able to control our PSTs, and from being a customer that is archiving on the 5th day, it's given us a great opportunity to be able to have our process, have our data where it belongs in an archive solution. And number five, it's from an IT governance perspective, it has completely made us compliant with the new Massachusetts law as a Massachusetts-based company. So any organization that has any compliance around it, that's going to be one of the top things. And I do have a sixth benefit because we have other things in our environment. We have SAN, NAS, SharePoint, file systems, and having Source One collector in there is allowing us to do e-discovery in the event that we need to go outside the email.